this is a more personal video, but I get that I don't really have any audiences, so it doesn't really matter if I get personal here or not because like it's not like anyone's viewing my channel. Hang on. Oh shit. Anyway, I wanted to talk about something like that I have been feeling for a while, and I figured that if I recorded myself talking about it, it would help me reflect and change, or at the very least, like learn something from it and grow out of it. I have this really big problem with like being jealous. Sure, being jealous isn't really a problem itself unless you let it affect you, and like how it's like oh, don't let yourself get jealous and appreciate your worth instead of like bringing down other people because they have more fortune, all that smack talk. And while all of it is true, for me, even if I acknowledge it, even if I am sorry. Anyway, even if I'm like actively working to be like against the problem, and even if I like fully support the segment that you are a bigger person, you're in the situation, you don't have to like put yourself down or be envious of people's fortune, all of that. I feel like even with all of that, I am still um like I'm still jealous. I can't help myself. The other day when like I was back home at school because I was tired, I had to like work on these many things including research and performances for um my specialized subject at school, which is home economics. I went back home really exhausted. My boyfriend, he's working. He is exhausted. He's like working at the sidelines as like I think a manager from his mom's call center agency. He basically assorts the contact information of these people and then like um, yeah, I don't understand. It's like a sorting contact information, all of that. I came back home. I greeted him. He wasn't really replying, and I don't really expect like a fast reply. He's busy. He's working. He's also equally, or if not more, tired than me. Sure, but the fact that on the other hand, he's like talking to his homie slash situationship slash I don't know. Which, by the way, I'm not against it. Like he could talk whatever. Besides, I already know that guy because that guy. It's like a weird polyamorous situationship. Like I'm also fine with the guy. He could talk with whatever. He could role play with whatever. Because all of us are like writers, we kind of do this role playing stuff with our characters. Whatever. He could talk to that guy all he wants, but I still can't get myself to like feel jealous and feel like I am like not enough. Like I have something that like you know that I feel like I'm not doing more than I should be doing to like get his attention to me, even though he already does that every day. But I feel like as envious as I can be, I can also be a greedy too, which combined that together makes a very awful problematic person because I would be wanting more and still feel like it's not enough. And whenever I see others who are doing far more better than what I am, who could like solutionize their problems better than I could, who could find a way out easier than I can, it makes me feel like I'm incompetent, like I'm not doing a good job, everything that I do is not worth it, because I feel like whenever I do something, whenever I make decisions, big or small, I feel like I tie it back to like myself, my soul. And like I always criticize constantly about how whatever I do, whatever I say is a mirror to my beliefs and my spirit, myself in general. And I am very self-conscious of the fact that if I don't do what I think is right, people would like, hang on, BRB. Sorry, I had to take a bathroom break there. But going back to my talk, where was I? I fear that what I'm doing is not really, enough for people. To the point that whenever I see people who are like more successful than me, I tie it back to my self worth. I tie it back to my level of efforts that I give to myself and to other people. Like the amount of energy that I could give to these people. And yeah, you could say that it is like part of the people pleasing mentality and the need to be approved and praised. And I can't even deny it because even my friends, even my boyfriend, even has like criticized me about that, saying that your self worth isn't determined by how much you give to people and how much space you take up. It's like more of how you think of yourself and all of that. And yeah, I guess that, well, not I guess it is true, but I just can't help it really. Like I don't know. Um, Going back to the story, I did tell him like numerous times that, hey, you should like pay attention to me more, or at the very least, I ask him like what he wants to talk about, what he wants to do, what he wants to like speak of, or like what activities do you want to do together, or like do you have like any problems? We could like open forum, and then we could like do that. We can exchange each other so that transparency is a thing. And he's like, no, I'm just like, every time you're around me, he said, every time you're around me, and my brain is just like on rest mode because I don't have to like work. I don't have to really keep up this exterior just to be with you. And I'm just like, well, that's sweet. It's really sweet. But like, me, I guess it's difficult on my part because I always keep trying hard. But then again, I'm not really trying at all, in my opinion, because whenever I say that, that would mean that I'm like uh, working effectively, working like working, so that yeah, I can like go against the belief that I'm not doing things enough, that I'm like not successful, and that I'm not worth it and worth people's attention and stuff. Even though again, I'm not really working against it. It's just like the thought, I guess. So at the same time, even if I'm like, if I have this, even if I have this raging envy and jealousy against others who are better than me, I can't even be mad about it, because at the same time, am I trying to do something? Am I really trying to do something to be like that? Right? Because you can't be too sure, right? You can't just like say like, oh, you're trying very hard and that's enough, when you're not. Right? That's like the golden rule of doing something. It's like, if you aren't really doing something, then are you really doing anything at all? But then again, I don't really like applying that to other people, because if I say that, it's like I'm minimalizing and downgrading their efforts. Meanwhile, I am not even like trying at all. So, yeah, I have no idea how to fix this jealousy problem, this constant need for attention and needing to be like praised and tell that I'm good enough, and that whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm striving for, whatever stuff that I am doing to make that happen is even worth it. And hopefully I could fix this, because it's like becoming this problem where I get so burnt out that what I do is like, eh, it could be like past in the future, it could just be like, yeah, finish it this time and then we can all just move on and stuff like that, which is something that I also hate too, because I I in my opinion put effort on my things, and then midway of doing said things I start to give up and start to question, like, am I doing things right, am I doing this right, did I really pick the right decision for this? Sorry, Lalamo. And it's like, is it really even worth it anymore if, like, I'm not trying really, really hard? I could be exhausted. I could be like, my brain's already dead and I need like at least 2 days worth of sleep, but I would still feel like it's like nothing. But yeah, hopefully I get to work this out soon. Hopefully I find a decision in the future. Maybe now, maybe later. It's not occurring to my brain right now because all I'm doing is yapping and getting my first thoughts out. But yeah, um, that's all I had to say. Sorry for not uploading for a whole month. I got busy with finals. Now I'm dealing with finals again. So, yeah, bye.